And we are back on Carolina Women. As promised, we are going to hear the end of the story of Plywood Larry. So we're back with Erin and Larry and Michael and Plywood Larry. So let's jump back in. We were talking about an attorney had just said it was in fact a sign.
It was in fact a sign. And so we were shot down and it wasn't going to happen. We weren't going to be able to put a mural there. So I decided to reach out to the attorney and I said, why is it a sign? And he said, for two reasons. You've got people moving furniture, which is what's going on inside the building. Plus, you've got the name of your store above that. So that makes that whole thing a sign. And I said, what if I remove the name? And he said, then it'd be fine. I said, well, is there a reason you didn't tell them that? And he said, they didn't ask me.
Oh my goodness.
So we then went back to him with his reading that we asked that they inquire as to by taking the name of the store off. So we got with Ralph Waldrop. He painted the end of the, scraped and painted the end of the building, and then sponge painted bricks on the end of the building, which was a very laborious process.
Yes. Sure.
And then did the arches and so forth, and then brought these characters down, and it was Michael in two places.
Two places.
He was moving a sofa, and he was, what else were you doing?
I was picking up a box. I was actually the only one on the wall working.
That's right.
In the family.
That's right. And we had two employees that had been longtime employees for the store.
Yes.
There were also up, one sitting in a chair, one standing behind him. And it became the talk of the town.
I'm sure it did.
Yes.
And we could walk out there at almost any time and somebody would be standing in front of it, one of the characters waving, emulating this.
Yep.
Some would be out there holding moss, and I'm going like, you're gonna have red bugs later, but enjoy it while you're doing this.
Great picture.
It was amazing.
It really
the people
was.
would be stopped in traffic and they would just reach out and wave to Larry. I mean, it happened all the time.
How cool.
And other than the characters, the mural is still there.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, the characters didn't weather as well
No.
as the rest of the building.
We aged a little quicker than we thought we would.
This one looks pretty youthful.
Well, this one, we were so taken with the mural and the feedback that we had gotten that we had our trucks painted by Ralph as the brick and characters put on them. And I think I was the only character that he put on the trucks. So this one survived because it was on one of the trucks.
Yeah.
We have others, one that was in a local restaurant, one that's in good friends Rick Corley's front yard.
Right.
Yeah, they dress up for holidays and
Love
things.
it.
I'm so appreciative when I go over there and see that. But anyway, that's the story. And when the characters were taken down off of the building, there was an outcry as well. But they were rotted. They were marine plywood, but water had gotten behind them.
Yeah.
And so they needed to come down to be able to make the building look like it needed to.
But it changed what the city looked like in that
Yes.
section. It went from an ugly wall to something that's still a piece of art.
And was really
everybody
interactive.
loved.
Yeah.
And being in a national landmark district, I mean, it was, as Larry said, it was almost impossible for it to happen.
It took 9 months of steady working on it to get the approval.
Yeah.
Perseverance.
That's what it takes.
It was
That's
meant
what
to
it takes.
be.
It was,
meant to be.
we felt that it was.
Can we put this one on like wheels and roll it around the store?
I think he should
With
be a
a little-
permanent man on the couch,
yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
Permanent? Why not?
Yeah, okay.
And every now and again, we might need to bring him back because the building is still downtown. It's where Breakwater Restaurant is. It's where my real estate office is.
Yeah.
And so it's still part of downtown.
Yeah.
And people still look at that mural. They think that whole wall is brick until they get close to it.
Is it similar to what you have in here on the wall?
Yes.
It is.
Okay.
So that was done just by sponge painting.
Yeah.
First painted what would be the mortar, and then go and individually put those things. This fellow was
A lot of work.
incredible.
Yeah.
Really was.
Yeah.
He's in his 80s now. I doubt that he's doing much of anything. And he was such a character. When I first saw him, he came in with a ponytail,
Oh, yeah.
tied back, and red framed glasses. And this was not at a time where that was cool.
Right.
You know, I mean,
We
it
should
was.
get him on the
it-
show.
We should. And he looked the part, though, of the
He
mural.
did.
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing that story with
I love
us.
it.
It's
Yeah.
always great to see you guys and
Thank
having
you.
us here at FWDG. We appreciate it so much. And thank you for being with us. And we'll see you next time for Carolina Women.